Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today for Sunday School. I'm Minister Abram Davis. We are continuing on our Sunday School theme today, talking about the church. Before we get into that, I want to invite you to check us out at 1313 Caps Hill Mine Road in Charlotte, North Carolina, 28216, where our pastor is Kenny Setzer. And you can check us out at our website at www.tgbtgm.org, and you can see a lot of the great things that we have going on in our ministry. I invite you to give to us through our PayPal button, through the giving section of our website, or through the Givelify app, where you can search for us once again at 1313 Caps Hill Mine Road in Charlotte, North Carolina, 28216. As we continue to talk about the church, the past few weeks we looked at the Old Testament and the New Testament biblical backgrounds and scriptures that really give us a good understanding of the church. Now I want to spend the next few lessons and I want to talk about how the church has been active throughout history so that we can see a model and an example of the church doing what God created it to do. Today, since we are having Sunday school, we're actually going to look at the history of Sunday school. And for those of you who may or may not know, the history of Sunday school that we know, it actually starts in England right around the year of 1751, just before America became a nation, by a gentleman of William King. He started these in around 1751 in what is known as Dursley, England. The purpose is at that time, a lot of children also worked the same amount of hours as adults. So this is before we really get a lot of regulation that really went against child labor. So he noticed that as these children were really working hard, they didn't know how to read, they didn't know how to write, and they didn't know any math skills. And he felt a burden to really get this in the hands of these children. Additionally, to give them a good and a sound biblical education. So he started these schools that happened on Sunday, as Sunday was the only day that they had off. And he took this time to really teach the children how to read, how to write, basic math, as well as a good and sound biblical education. This is why it was called Sunday school, because it was school that took place on a Sunday. And so the purpose of it was not only having a biblical education, but also basic education. They needed to learn how to read and how to write so that they could understand what the Bible was saying, as well as other math, because you always need math. So with these particular schools, what I want us to understand is that Sunday school, the importance of it was education at its basic core. Now, eventually this gets replaced with universal elementary education, and a variety of denominations began to adopt it as their own. But what I want you to understand is the church saw a need that these working children needed to be taught in education. In fact, as we look at what is one of the groundbreaking ways that a variety of people get out of poverty includes education. You people need to learn how to read and how to write, basic understanding of their principles, of their values, of the rights, of the laws of the land. And this started through the church. So as we see the church responding to a variety of needs, the formation of Sunday school happened out of responding to a need that the church needed to be more than just a place of teaching or just praying and laying of hands, but the children needed, in order to be fully engulfed into what the church was doing, the children played an important role, and they needed to learn these basic principles of reading to writing so they could understand the Bible. And in understanding this, they would be able to grow up and be able to contribute to the society, contribute to the function of the church. So I just wanted to point this out so that you could understand that as we are looking at Sunday school and we look at the purpose of the church, Sunday school forms out of the church responding to a need that the children that work so hard, something needed to be done to really help them not to fall behind. I really hope that this was a lesson to you and a blessing to you. Next week, we're going to talk about a very touching and very tense subject. We're going to talk about the church and slavery. Come back and join us.